So there. I have to set the vertical stream live at the same time. I have to fix my inability to multi-stream to TikTok. I think that is public enemy number one. I could stream from my phone, but that would be worthless. That would be worthless and pretty awful. So I don't think I'll do that today. I think today we just let it rock. Contained Animosity, Wowee, Entario, welcome to the stream. Safandrius, welcome to the stream. I have not done my vocal warm-ups today. So we're gonna do that business together. Hold on. The dog is loosening his throat for the big, massive dex it's about to take. Kolos, wait a goddamn minute. We also have the Vine Boom coming out of the wrong. There we go. Now it's coming out of the right thing. Yo, Malden chat, guess who just got a job and is soon to be gainfully employed? Is it your cousin? I've been rooting for Billy for a really long time. Harval, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 16th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. I appreciate that generosity. On cooldown, it is today. Does today work for you? I mean, if you have a problem, we can always... Oh, we actually can't do next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is my to-pay appointment. So we can reschedule you. Okay, it does work. Perfect. Hey Mauld, understanding that I'm never gonna have my eyes open to Kellen, should I switch Zyrus out for Invisible Woman? Okay, Tomu, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I hate what you're doing. That's okay. I'm not right about everything. I'm just correct. But if you're going to do, I am big and evil, but also my legs are so spindly. I am the Deontay Wilder of my playgroup. And you can just hard stop me by removing Fisher's talent. You can just hard stop me by not letting me draw cards. I think Zyrus is better for that because Zyrus is such a powerful commander. You get better comedic juxtaposition. So like there is comedic value in I'm doing Zyrus, but the deck is really bad. I'm not using the snakes. The only part I hate is the refusal to swing the snakes. That's the only part I'm not with. But if you're gonna do it the way you're doing it, just don't change the commander. You should keep Zyrus. Samwise, thank you for the prime sub. Loved you in Lord of the Rings. Welcome to the dog home. And Mix6, thank you for the 10 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Hello, boss. Almost finished the computer I've been working on. Started it because I watched you play Expedition 33 and it made me realize how much I hate playing games on Mac. Okay, but counterpoint. Invisible Woman allows me to make tentacle hentai jokes. Counterpoint, you shouldn't be allowed to make the counterpoint. Bang, bang, bang. I'm hitting you until you sleep. Counterpoint, don't fucking do that. And yeah, Zyrus lets you make them too. Is the Hobbit set fully spoiled? No. So we're doing a set review. We are doing a set review with Elk tomorrow. There are going to be some small number of spoilers that have not been covered by that set review, and we are just gonna hand wave those dumb motherfuckers. So I'm gonna hit you all with the manual ad break. We're gonna look through a few of these spoilers, and then we're gonna get into, I think, on cooldown's deck first, because they were here first. Let me pull up the deck roasting thing. We have 4 people today. We will do a free raffle if possible. I have a hard stop at 3 p.m., so I'm going to try to move relatively quickly to get to that free roast raffle. Hi, Mauld. Is this review just a smash or pass basis? If not, how many Dwarf Kings will you smash? So it's actually not any of that. The set review is probably not going to involve any smash or passes. If not, how many Dwarf Kings will you smash? Probably none. They look like they don't smell good. We keep it so real. It's not anything about how they look. You don't have to be a certain height to ride this ride. I like floral scents. Just to be sure, mine is set for Sunday. Let me look at the list. I have on cooldown Shaper, O'Garden, and White Bread happening today. Legendary, thank you for the 6 months with Prime. Welcome back to the dog home. Can't wait for them to remember that battles exist. Battle of the Five Armies will hopefully be an actual battle. That would be cool. And then Aegis, thank you for the 200-bit cheer. I stumble into a discussion of a toupee appointment. Boss, what about you should I choose to mock next? I don't know, probably my underdeveloped calves. I'm a longtime YouTube lurker. I never have the opportunity to ask while you streamed. How did your 2 test decks at the convention a few months ago go? So the Reanimator went beautiful. That is now in the permanent rotation. It went so good that I didn't play any of the other deck. Shines, I'm not sure I get what reference you're dropping with the Fox and Raven. I'm trying to feel it. I'm trying to hear it. Vanolo, thank you for the Twitch follow. Thank you for the Prime sub, Vanolo. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. That's level 2 on the hype train. Addy Cat, thank you for the 13 months in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Has the joke been made that your Meldhound card takes a little off the top? No one's made that yet. That's a good one. There's a lot of, I think there's a ton of different jokes that all work at the same time with Meldhound. The ones I had identified were, it's about smashing magic cards. It is always creature, because I've never really done reviews of non-creature spells. I think there was one more that I can't remember at this time. Commissioning an artist right now to draw a picture of you giving a random creature a low taper fade RN. Fisher's talent review win. I'll try to think if I can make a skit about it. I'll try. I'll do my best for you. When are you roasting the Meldhound though? Fake fan alert. Banned. Already did it. Banned. Get him out of here. Does not watch. Does not have notifications on. Identified. Laser beam from space into your urethra. Done. Done. Oh yes, giving new names. Mald's definitely looking 6'1" today. I will not accept this slander. I am 6'3" on a bad day and 6'4" on a day when there's no one else 6'4" in the room. Oh yes, large amounts of texts, because I'm a yapper. Oh, I really need a Tolly, but can I get it? Yeah, that's a good one. Hey boss, currently brewing a Rakdos artifact deck. Any tips to not instantly fold to a Vandal Blast? Run? Quickly? Do cardio? Do some burpees? Practice a karate chop to knock the card out of their hand when they go to cast it. Keep scissors on you. Do you know those, like, what are those weird little goop hand toys? This is a risky Google. No. It's one of the ones you can throw. Where it's like a little, one of these. That's my best tip for not folding to Vandal Blast is a Rakdos Artifacts deck. And you just go... Is it a bad thing to play 10 copies of 2 and 4 mana ramp spells so that I can always get to 10 mana on turn 5 in my AC deck? No, this is one of the most common things I recommend. I think my only bit of confusion would be... I guess you're probably playing 2 mana ramp spells because you want every ramp spell in your deck to get lands, so that they're then card draw spells with AC. So that's a decent shout. The only difference is I normally tell people, if you want to make as much mana as quickly as possible, run the 1 mana ramp, but you at least have an argument for why we want every ramp spell to get us lands. So that seems pretty reasonable. Mauld, what's your take on extra turn spells in bracket 3 as long as it's not a theme? I think these are actually based in bracket 3. Like, I think so many archetypes that have trouble closing could just close if you had one copy of Expropriate. Like, we just think they're so exhausting that we try to, like, take one turn at a time, but not every archetype is set up to win by taking one turn at a time. Like, 1/1 counters, sure, take one turn at a time. I have 1,000,000 damage. I'm Stompy, sure, take one turn at a time. Anything Gruul, okay, you've counted to 50 billion and then set off a brick of C4 you had up your ass. But, like, a lot of blue decks, their version of Craterhoof is I take 2 to 3 turns in a row and I kill you that way. It's good. It's good. Aliger, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. I appreciate that generosity. Yeah, pseudo haste in blue, sure. A lot of it's just like you can take, like, there's a ton of decks that can take a really good setup turn in the late game, but they need one more turn to close. You say that till Simic takes extra turns? Yeah, you don't need it because you have Craterhoof. You don't need the extra turn. You have the green to do it in one turn. Same goes for fucking Bant. Like, green and white are not the colors that need extra turns. The colors that deserve extra bits of resources are blue and red. Black does not deserve anything, I'm sorry to say, but blue and red deserve a little bit of extra time to get their shit going. Okay, manual ad break time. Blue, don't they have all the counters in the world? Yes, but if they're holding up the, like, but that's why they need that. Okay, I'm not going to use need because need implies some, like, that I'm, like, moralizing about what's fair. That is why blue wants to win via extra turns, because if I'm a blue player and I'm holding a counter spell, I'm waggling a counter spell in your face, if it's not Force of Will or like any of the free ones, it means that I'm holding up mana every turn that I can't use to put shit on board. So one of your turns is like, I spend 6 mana, I get 6 mana worth of shit on board. My turn is I spent 4 mana, so I got worse shit on board than you did, and I'm holding 2 mana in the hopes that I can stop you. And because we now have 27 fucking million ways to make spells uncounterable, we have a ton of spells that just can't be countered in the first place, we have so much recursion, like, those are getting a little bit worse outside of the combo context. And so the blue player, like, theoretically needs the extra turn because they have to leverage way less mana worth of stuff they've committed to their board. Aquiosity, thank you for the random smasher pass. I'm going to open a different... Ooh, Industrial Revolution London. That is going to be a pass. That guy definitely smells bad. Counterpoint Simic Slop allows me to take 4 extra turns on turn 4, your move now. Okay, so I just want to say, I started the extra turn rant by saying green and white under no circumstances deserve extra turns, and I have had now 8 people tell me, yeah, but what about my Bant deck taking an extra turn? What about my Simic deck with all its extra turns? You were the motherfuckers I specifically said, okay? I specifically said you did not deserve love or affection or even your first turn. Contained Animosity, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Why haven't aliens visited our solar system? The reviews all said 1 star. I'm gonna shake you. Do you think Getaway Barrel goes crazy in Orgear? What the fuck is Getaway Barrel? Okay, I'm all right. That's some. What the fuck is Orgear, brother? Brother, you don't have to read the card, but please spell the card. Osgear. Oh yeah, that's fucking insane, bro. That's so good. Holy shit. Last question about my Zyrus review. Would it be absurdly open to put absurdly open? Would it be extremely poly of me to put Kodama into the deck? Which Kodama? Because I don't remember you having a lot of modified in the deck. South tree, obviously. I was thinking North tree. What about center tree? Combo Kodama. Uh, I think that's really risky. I think it would be like it's obviously a good value piece. It's a good value piece to like slam a bunch of lands in when you make snakes, and like lands is mana to find your Fisher's Talent. But you have to be very careful about not having a like Kodama Infinite in there, because the moment you have a Kodama Infinite in there, it eats the whole deck. King of False Positives, thank you so much. That is so kind, and I'm glad to hear that the videos I make could make your day a little bit better. I do have, Z and I got to have a screenwriting session with Violet from Good Games Morley last night, and made one of I think will be top three skit of my career, and another that will be pretty good. I'm not convinced it will be a top three, but there's one that I think is gonna be one of the best things ever. Zero Kill, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Lol, bro, lol. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Hey, Matrix Priest, thank you for coming by the stream. Okay. Let's talk about the actual Hobbit spoilers. Just real quick, like we're gonna do the full set review tomorrow. So I'm just trying to expose myself a little bit so that I have context for when we do the set review with Elk. So based more or less, the decks we're looking at right now are paid reviews that were bought on Sunday. If we move quickly enough, we are going to raffle off. We're going to raffle off a freebie. Okay, so we have a 4/5 with Ward 3, and then you. Oh, hold on. Let's do full so we can just scroll through. Oh, is this not organized by spoiler date, or is this still organized by spoiler date? Because I want it to be. Okay, I think we have to do it this way. Volunteer Day, thank you for the Prime sub of the 6th month in a row. Happy half-anniversary. You're so good, Base Morless. Okay, so we have Gandalf Wandering Wizard. 4/5, big ward for 6 mana. You can shuffle them into your library, draw 3. That's really cute for draft. Oh, you can sort by spoiler date at the top. Okay. Ah, that's why. This guy was the image redacted one. So we have Thranduil, Sindar, and Liege. Is an elf banner, and on landfall, you get a 1/1. I love Taco Bell, bro. And we and we have even more. Oh my god, a 4-mana commander. We can't play him turn 2 off of Llanowar Elves. What could we do? Put a 3-mana sorcery on him. We can't. God forbid the Simic player ever can't take a game action, man. It's not like it's not that gross. It's just so much. It's just so much. Angrily wet butt belch. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that generosity. I keep hearing about lines of play, but I can't figure them out. I always figure my opponents will have an answer and get scared to commit. Is this common or am I flawed? It's both. So when people say lines of play, understand that is a phrase Magic players use to make themselves feel more smart than they are. When they say lines of play, they just mean I play these cards in order and then a cool thing happens. It just means I play my cards. It's not any more complicated than that. And if you always figure your opponents will have an answer, the most important thing to do is just commit. What could happen? It's a fucking D&D, it's D&D board game night. Just do it and then learn when they have it, when they don't have it. Yeah, like just force it, make them have it, and then you can learn after the game like, okay, these are the situations where I can commit, these are the situations where I have to be afraid, but you're never going to know unless you go in there and do it, and it's literally zero downside. Unless you're like super worried about losing a commander game, but it sounds like that's what we're doing already because we're too afraid to commit to the first place. Like, don't worry about what's going to happen if they have an answer. Worry about what'll happen if they don't have the answer. Okay, we talked about this guy. This is cute for draft. Well-worn spatula. Wow, turbo dog shit. I love commons. Counter spell. Oh, or draw 2, discard a card. That's kind of cute. I like that for like, I really like that for a casual counterspell where you really don't want to, because what I see all the time is people who play counterspells in casual will counterspell the wrong thing because they feel bad about leaving the mana up. They're like, oh my god, I wasted half my mana hoping to fuck somebody over. Nobody played anything important, so I'm gonna counterspell your random artifact because I need to feel something. And so I think having like slightly more expensive counterspells that also give you a proactive thing to do, I will take any copies of this that we can get. Instant speed card draw, and we can flash it back. Very cool. On attack, you can sack a creature to buff this guy by the sack creature's power, and then you make a big token when it dies. Very cool. Oh, okay. I was like, that's not that sick. And then I remembered every black card ever. And then I remembered, like, not even Disciple of Bolas, like, oh, I get to feed this man to Gitrog twice? I get to feed this man to Dina twice? That's actually really fucking good. Hot dog. Yeah, I eat Yargle and Multani, and then I draw a fifth of my deck. Okay, Balin Loremaster, 5 mana storied. Whenever he or another dwarf enters, you can discard your hand to draw that many cards. If you have an enduring story, deal X to each opponent. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. I'm gonna dwarf spam, but dwarves suck, so I'm actually a burn deck. Ah, yes, my favorite dwarf. Solfim. He's had a little work done. Please don't talk about it. It makes him very anxious. Okay, ETB or attack, put a hone counter on each equipment you control. We're modifying equipment now. Okay. I think that is Dwarven. Each hone counter on any equipment grants +1/+0 to equipped creature. That's... Alright, dwarves might be a little bit back. Dwarves might be a little bit back for that one. That's... We could make some really bad equipments really okay with that. Ooh, that's really cool. Danny UG, thank you for the Prime sub of the 2nd year in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Happy subversary. Billy the Pathfinder gives a banner and makes dwarves. Okay, you suck. Straight to the 99. Happy to have you. Nice goatee. Elven Passage. It's like watching fucking Zuckerberg buy more real estate in Hawaii. Like, it's not, is that broken? No. Why did the elves need it? They already had more mana than everybody. They were already getting more lands than everybody. They've never had a fucking problem in their life fixing any of their colors. It's trickle-down economics in Commander, and I hate it. You know who needs this? Pay 1 life, sacrifice this land, search for a basic. If you're an Is-It deck, untap that land. Okay, that's who needs this. Cool art, though. Okay, Fateful Discovery. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. I hate that. I hate that deeply. I don't even want to think about that. And then Getaway Barrel, which somebody asked about with Osgear. This one seems really cool. I don't think I have any decks that would utilize this well, but for artifact sacrifice and artifact recursion decks, yeah, that's really, really cool. Gigantic big bear. Creature bear. Cannot be countered. Hexproof. Haste. 10/7. Peak Magic the Gathering card. Peak Magic the Gathering card. That's perfect. No trample! It can't have trample, then it would be good. Come on. Alright, Glow in the Mighty. Oh, he's a fucking mana dork. Ooh. That could be gross. Red is like always so Red is always either so out of mana or so out of cards, and they normally spend so many deck slots to get the mana. I'm really interested to see what you could do with a Glowin deck where he was one of your better ways, like he was one of your main ways to make mana, and then you just put a bunch of like actual card draw. Oh yeah, for Magda this is nothing. I don't think this does anything for like high power decks. This is just like an interesting counterweight commander for like low power dwarves. A Smaug, Wicked Worm. On ETB, make X tap treasures, where X is the number of artifacts your ops control. When you cast a spell, if you mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, draw a card, lose 1 life. That's cute. He's 5 mana. That's downright adorable. Fixed Dockside. Yeah, double 2.5x the mana cost, make them tap. Now it's playable. Glowin's name is 1 syllable, by the way. Are you telling me this man's name is Glowing? 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 I'm trying to do it in once. Yes. Okay. Okay, then we have tap lands. They're not typed. Oh, shit. I can't believe we're getting a forest reprint. Joe's Salsa, the comic. Thank you for the Prime sub at the 7th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Goblin Town. Oh god, halfling cycling. Halfling cycling got me fucked up, man. Okay, Iron Hills, the dwarf land. The land you skipped gave counters. Well, yeah, I don't care, man. You can put 2 counters on a goblin or orc, sure. For 5 mana and losing a land, go ahead. I showed my Hobbit hole, please respond. And you crashed out on me for Artificer cycling, LMAO. Yeah, they should. I don't think the land should also be a combo piece tutor. I don't know if I'm a crazy man. I don't think Evolving Wilds should go get the 3rd piece of my 3-card infinite. That's just me personally. Rakdos group hug for Smaug. Give everyone a ton of treasures and then eventually Torment of Hailfire for 30. Yeah, Descent into Avernus goes crazy with Smaug. I'm sure there's other stuff we can do. In response, I crack my Hobbit hole. You gotta stop the nonsense. I'm back in on this card now. I was out for the tutoring a combo piece. I'm back in response. I'm gonna split open my Hobbit hole and show you something. Oh yeah, flavor text on islands is cool. Patient instructor on ETB recruit, super normal. And then this is the normal art of Smaug. He look a little freaky here. He look a little funky. Then Bayorn, 5 mana, 5/5 with trample. Play an additional land this turn. That seems pretty good that seems like a really good common for draft. I don't know if anybody's playing this guy in Commander ever, but like, sure. Duskwatch Hunter can't be blocked by tokens. I love you forever. ETB put a counter on something. That's cool. Gigantic Big Bear again. Taking turn 2 off tempo-wise is rough. Yeah, but if you have a land in hand and you're doing, like... If there's... I feel like there's going to be a big Stompy archetype based on the appearance of Gigantic Big Bear. And so if you're taking turn 2 off, and then your turn 3... And then your turn 3 is like, I play a giant 4-mana fuck you. Okay, +1/+0 menace, and then it makes its own guy, and then it's really hard to equip. Okay. Cute. Sorry. Large Bear. A 5-mana 5/5 with reach, trample, and haste. God damn it! Little Bear! When it enters, untap a creature. If it's a bear, put a counter on it. Holy shit, bear decks are so back, man. Okay, Mirkwood Nurturer. Bounce something you control to hand. If you do, put a counter on this creature. Okay. Also, like, Little Bear, now bigger and faster than a normal bear. Right? Little Bear is a 3/2, normal bear is a 2/2, and this one has flash. Okay, Nori Tail of Tails on attack gives something first strike. Pretty cute. Hot take, I love getting 8 different random bears versus getting 15 different legendaries for each minor character. I agree. I disagree. Can't do it. Okay, so what's the bear count now? How many of these motherfuckers are we up to? Is this the new is this the new standard for bears? Is a 4/5? That would kill somebody from 2002. All right, so a 4-mana 4/5 is now what a bear is. Great. Okay, Bilbo Baggins Burglar. On ETB, draw a card. Or Adventure, scry 2. Pretty cute. Story, ETB, make a treasure. Pretty cute. We saw this. Golem. Okay, a 4/3 with Menace. Adventure, you can put a counter on a creature and a player gains 2 life. Cool. Read the flavor text. Yeah, I was referencing all the other bear names, right? Ori, Keeper of Songs. A 3/3, if you have an enduring story, he has +1/+0 in vigilance. That does not seem very good, but it doesn't seem... I don't know how bad that is. ETB, equipped to a dwarf. +2/+2, ward 1. Okay, cute. Could you beat a bear in a fight, Mald? I could beat a little bear. I couldn't beat an ordinary bear. I certainly could not beat a big bear. Okay. Cool art for the Smog. Cool art for the Glowin. Do you see this guy? Oh no, when this creature dies, amass goblins 4. Seems pretty fine. A little bear is a 3/2 Mald. Yeah, I'm a 4/4. I'm in the game now, motherfucker. We have a standard for this. Nah, Mald, a panda would F you up. Right, okay, but I'm a magic card now. We can do a 1-to-1 comparison. I am a 4/4. Nasty little rabbit, dude. Okay, so we're getting a power 4 or greater archetype. I feel like we've gone through... God damn, that's cute. When you cast a creature spell, put X counters on a creature you control, where X is that spell's mana value, and landfall a 2/2. Holy shit. Holy shit, that is quite alright. Nasty little rabbit sounds like an uncard LMAO. A little bit it does, Beeps. It's good to see you. Ayula is a 2/2. You're bigger than the queen among bears. Yes, canonically. I'm a 4/4. We have the mathematics. I kill a panda with my bare hands now. Cute. Great ugly looking goblin. Yeah, I think landfall decks, or well, I think green decks will start playing this. This one's kind of, it's interesting because it's like mad useful, but it's not mad broken. I love names like nasty piece of shit goblin. We're like 3 sets out from just getting fucking incel on like one of the universes beyond. At rancid basement dweller. Okay, let's call oh, Eagle's Rescue is new. +2/+2 flying, and then you can you can recur it to a little guy. That's cool. This is Dickhead Terry. Most decrepit old bird. These are really good names. These are really, really good names. I think the card's super whatever, but it's what great names. Whatever, Dane Ironfoot. You're not most old fat spider. I'm gonna fucking kill you with my old fat spider, dude. Alright, fucked up, really good mythic rare. Who gives a shit? I want to see the next funny name. Not Desolation Prowler, not the Mariners. We've seen you. Head of the Hunt, sure, whatever. That's kind of hard. Inside information, whatever, whatever. That card's also fucked up. Who cares? Where's my next stupid name, man? Roll, 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 roll! That's great. That's fucking great, man. Okay, we're into cards I've already seen now. Man, those names are good. Those names are really good. Old Fat Spider is what they called me back on the early web. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. That's incredibly kind. Mauld, what do you take from Brandon Sanderson doing Hobbit previews, potential Cosmere UB coming up? What I take from that is that the game is just exploding and they want to introduce as many invasive species as they can as possible. Like, I think there will be a Cosmere Universes Beyond at some point, but they had fucking baby no money preview a Hobbit card. I'm a guy. I've never had so many like Larry, I'm on DuckTales feelings as I have in the last like year of experiencing Magic content and seeing these just people who are like, wait, you're like an actor, you're like a full famous person. What are you doing here? Is BB No Money a Magic player? Fucking I guess, dude. He did a Tarkir Dragonstorm preview. Well, right, it's part of the same trend. What the fuck is a baby no money? He's a singer. I saw a dance content creator do an ad for Magic the Gathering the other day. Yeah, it's like a ton of like very, very successful content creators who have made videos for much different niches are now also engaging with Magic. And so that's a very, very good thing for making Magic more popular. It's also a very, very stressful thing because it raises the level of competition within the space. And as much as I want everybody to succeed, it is also disingenuous to pretend that there is not some level of competition happening. Like views are not zero sum, but if we're talking about the ability to get contracts and corporate money, which is really like how a lot of the more career content creators keep it going, It means that we all have to step up, which is a good thing because it means we're all going to get more entertaining, but it is stressful. Oh, that's how you say it. I've been saying be Banos the whole time. Baymar, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. It also lowers the quality of the average content engager. Not that Magic fans were that high of a bar. I don't think it lowers the quality. I do think it changes what facets of the game they're interested in engaging in. I think what's very interesting to me is when I got into making Magic videos, almost all of the videos about Magic were about like combos, what specific cards were powerful, how you could use them, and then I started making videos and I was trying to do like exclusively comedy and not really talk as much about the specifics. And it seemed like there was a kind of a broader move towards that, where it was like, okay, we're not going to talk about specifics as much. The specifics are a little bit boring. And now that there are all these new players, there is a resurgence of like bare minimum combo speak being good again, because for all the new players, it's the first time they've ever heard of the combo, so it's all very exciting again. So that has been a very weird shift to watch in real time, where it used to be people talking about like crazy niche combos, and then we didn't talk about combos at all. And now there's like 10 million videos of like, did you know about this 2-card combo? And everyone's like, holy fuck! What? And intellectually, I can wrap my head around it because, yeah, it's their first time at Disneyland. We haven't seen the rides before, but it's interesting. So basically, competitive community got casual, and now basic competitive aspects are back to being interesting. Yeah. Do you think Seth started that trend way back when? I feel like I didn't see more humorous MTG content in the mainstream before then. I think when it comes to something as broad as like YouTube and TikTok and like large media trends, you can't all pin it as on one person. In my incredible amount of conceit and ego, I would like to claim a piece of that pie. I have no idea how much of that pie Seth gets because I have never seen any of Seth's videos. But I believe you if he was also one of the first to make humorous MTG content, because I think I've been doing it for like three years or something. Yeah. Is Deadeye Navigator clickbaitable again after 10 years? Like, yes. That's the wild thing to me, is just going like, oh, did you know if you combine Deadeye Navigator with something that has an enter the battlefield effect, that will, and then you insert like an infinite, you insert like, you could make 500 food tokens. That stuff never would have worked 5 years ago, and now it's having this like big resurgence because it's a ton of people who aren't tired of Deadeye Navigators. They're not tired of they're not tired of Felidar Guardian yet. They're not tired of Displacer Kitten because they've never seen it before. Would you be okay rule zeroing Pet Avengers as a 5-color commander for the bears and spiders of this set? Let me look. Good fucking lord, yes. If anybody ever has a problem with you rule zeroing this as many colors as you want, they have not felt joy in their life. Like, if you were watching this video like, no, they get access to deflecting SWAT. Go outside. What the fuck? It's a 4-mana 4/4. You mean like your Squirrel Girl roast that brought up the combo of tapping squirrels for mana? Yep. Hi, boss. I need to go last because I got a work meeting that will keep me from being present in stream. Okay, I have a hard stop at 3:30. Is that going to work, or do we need to reschedule you? Should be fine. Cool. I don't even know who Seth is. He's one of the members of MTG Goldfish. I saw a tweet talking about a 22 mana 4-card combo saying, OMG, you can make 600 treasures with Smog. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, Saffron Olive is Seth's superhero name. Okay, so I think the only person I haven't seen is Oh Garden. Oh Garden, are you here? I know we have on cooldown. I know we have Shaper. I know we have White Bread. See, Spilbo, I see your quote. All I know about Seth is some people on the internet really hate his voice. It's tough. Because the thing is, you do need a content voice too. Like I'm trying to go more like radio host with mine, but I was veering into what I believe Saffron Olive's voice to be based on how you've typed it there. It's dot 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 difficult. Benbot, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Okay, order for today. We are gonna do on cooldown. Then we're gonna do Shaper. Then we're gonna do O Garden. Then we're gonna do White Bread. And then, if we have finished in time to do a free raffle, we're gonna do the free raffle and roast somebody's deck immediately. Mauled is Ira Glass of Magic content. Is that an insult? Okay, handsome. 6'7". Okay. Okay. American radio personality, kind of an insult. Worked at NPR, neutral. Attended Brown, very insulting. Okay, won a Peabody Award. All right. Nah, Ira has a hairline. You wait till next Thursday, bitch. You wait till next Thursday. Are you gonna look at the new Hobbit commander cards? Probably tomorrow when we do the full set review. Going to Turkey. So I'm getting a toupee consult next Wednesday. I'm considering long term. I'm considering long term doing the turkey thing. The problem right now is I was taking oral medication for my hair. Wait, I thought you were joking. No, I was taking oral. Guys, it's getting bad up here. Like it's never been great. It's never been great, but it's getting really rough up here. And I was taking Hims. I was taking oral minoxidil and finasteride for the last couple of years. Bald would suit you great. It wouldn't. I'm not gonna get into it. I've been bald before. I hate how I look bald. Um, Other people like how I look bald because I'm incredibly handsome and charming, but I don't like how I look bald. So I was taking oral medication for it, and the oral medication was giving me like crippling headaches. And so I've had to stop taking the oral medication, and so the hair thinning is back in like full force. So we really don't have a ton of time yet. I'm gonna try doing microneedling with topical minoxidil jazaproxy, and that's really like the last thing. But the problem with I can't become a hat guy. Okay, look at these ears. Look at them. Hold on. These stick straight out. Not a hat guy. Um, the problem with getting a hair transplant is if you get a hair transplant while your hair is like actively thinning out and receding, you just have to get another hair transplant in like 2 years. And Larry, I'm on fucking DuckTales. I can afford a hair transplant. I cannot afford regular hair transplants for the better part of the next decade. At the point of debating if you have to become a hat guy, just let it go. I mean, I am letting it go. That's why I'm going to get a toupee. I'm going to become a hat guy, but the hat's going to look like hair. Okay. What do I have? Awesome sauce. I did not. I did not skip over that fucking card. Fuck you. I took a clip about it. Absolute maniac. How was the stay bald but get ripped plan? Gym's going well. I don't think I'm not getting ripped. I'm not going to be ripped quickly enough to just go bald right now. Have you considered getting your spirits boosted by the people of R Bald? See, the people of R Bald are liars. The people of R Bald, because they want you to feel better, tell you you look better bald even if you don't. I know we don't like to believe this on social media. Some people genuinely look good with like a friar cut. I don't think it's going to be me, but like some people do look good with these like with these like balding hairstyles. And I've seen a ton of people on R Bald who look way better after they go bald, and I've seen a ton of people on R Bald who looked better with the hair they had and just needed to like style it a little bit, and everyone on our bald is like, welcome to the cause, brother. Like it is an MLM. I am convinced. Like, I don't know what the fuck the downline is, but I know it exists. I know there is some sort of commission based thing whenever some like they get a commission from Bic razors every time they get a new bald guy. Boss not drinking the Kool-Aid, not for a moment. Is rule zeroing a 250 card deck for Battle of Wits cool, or am I insane? You're insane for one reason. It's really cool until you have to shuffle the deck. That takes an Amish community and a weekend. So as long as your 250 card deck is built to not have to be shuffled a single time while you play it, I would help you shuffle it at the beginning of the commander game. That's okay. But if you ever crack an Evolving Wilds, I'm leaving. What about cracking a Hobbit hole, though? You're good then. You're good then. All right. No more ado. I'm going to pull up the slideshow. So, for those of you who have not been here before, the way this works is our commissionees, our roasties, send in a deck list, a primer, and a power rating. We do not accept 1 through 10. We do work within the bracket system. We mostly work with silly, spooky, scary, which is a measure of how ominous your deck's turns are to somebody that knows Magic the Gathering and is paying attention to what you're doing. So silly, you can think of it as I am Wile E. Coyote inflating a big mallet to try to catch the Roadrunner. Spooky is I am a ghost movie where the protagonist. I'm a ghost movie to a. I'm a ghost in a family, or I'm a ghost in a house to a white family. And then scary is just like slasher movie. You walk in, Art the Clown is there, you're fucking dead. So our first roasty of the day is on cooldown, who has sent in a deck where the primer is that card's bad, but what if I had 10 of them? Okay, that's pretty good. So you may notice this deck has 15 mountains in it. Those are simply placeholders for the deck's true gimmick. This is an 85 card deck with an ever growing sideboard. Before the game starts, I shuffle the sideboard, pick 15 cards at random, and shuffle them into the main deck. I've been going through the cards looking for the best terrible cards I could find that met the qualification of, yeah, that's bad, but what if I had 10 of them? So, first off, I want to applaud you. This is amazing. This is brilliant. You have you might be stupid, but this part is brilliant because what I see over and over again in Commander is people are like, oh my god, I have so many funny cards I want to play. What if I put them all in the same deck? And then your deck has 50 funny cards and it never fucking works. But if you make a shell that works, and then you have 69 funny cards that you swap in at random, that is how you do it. That is how you get a deck that is like a new deck every game and is always fun and is always good. Except for this shit. Okay, we're gonna go straight into the play test. And then I'm not sure how we're gonna I'm just gonna call them. All right, I have something cool. I have something cool in my opening hand, and I'm gonna play this because it'll enter tapped. We are going to ramp. You have a lot of fucking lands in this deck, brother. We're gonna get Nico down. That's gonna give us 2 shards. Where am I? Right, we have so many fucking things because of the sideboard. Okay. Next turn, holy fuck. Alright, so we go 1, 2, 3, Soul Herder. This is a sorcery. Okay. Splash Portal, Flicker, 2 shards. End step, Flicker, 2 shards. We're up to 6. Great. I keep thinking this is a fucking land. I think our only problem now is not even problem. The only thing now is we have to wait a moment because we probably don't have something that's 3 mana and good to make 6 of. So we play a tap land, or no, I would probably go. I can play this one untapped. So I'll tap this and Felwar Stone. I'll get Crashing Drawbridge, bounce land this back to hand, end step, bam bam. Up to 8 shards. All right, so now I have 7 mana. So I can play. Oh, I know what I'll do. There we go. Because we've opened this already. And then I'm going to do roll 1d69. And that's how we're going to determine what. All right, 32 is the first hit. 1, 2, I did this badly. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. So we have the Hammers of Moradin, a 3/3. That is our first mountain, is the Hammers of Moradin. What is our other mountain? 12. That should be easier to get to. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Champions of Minas Tirith. Neither of these is very good. But this probably wins us the game with 8 of them, right? If we myriad. So I'll do my champions of whatever, or my Hammers of Moradin. I will spend 2 mana. I will exile the Hammer of Moradin. I have 8 of them. So I have 8 3/3s that all have myriad and all tap a creature they control on attack. So I deal 24 to each player, right? Because the myriad tokens won't get the attack trigger, but I still get 8 creature tap downs. So I shard all over you. That's pretty fucking good. I shard all over you, I deal 1,000,000 damage, end step. Hey, more Nico shards. You tap down 3 per dude, I think. I don't think you get the, because for I do think it matters. For myriad, the tapped and attacking copies don't get the when this card attacks trigger. So we get it for each of the original Hammers of Moradin. Oh wait, it's for each opponent. Holy shit. Yeah, so it's 8 creatures on each board. No can defend. Jesus. Yeah, so I was right and I was wrong. I was right and I was wrong. I was right about the part of the card I read, and I did not read the entire card. That is fucked. All right, and then if we don't get board wiped, we win the game. And if we do get board wiped, we replay Nico, and then we play our next thing. Pretty, okay, well, you have to talk to me about... Is Drum Bellower just for blockers? Like, is this just to... I'm trying to understand why we would want to untap Nico. Because the thing is, we're probably swinging our shards, so we're probably tapping them down, so we get tapped blockers. And so I'm a little bit, I on cooldown, please hook me up, because I like that we have this responsible flicker thing. I like that we're jumping through hoops. This does kind of seem like we hit a sick backflip and then shit ourselves. It's to untap Nico to use their ability during an opponent's turn. Right. Why? I guess that's what I mean. Why? Because a lot of these guys, we have combat damage trigger, maybe Archmage of Runes or Emeritus. But like Skirmisher's not gonna do anything, Chosen's not gonna do anything, Anox Strike Leader's not gonna do anything. Is it for Aetherplasm? Is it because this guy has a? Is it for one of the 69 possible creatures we could see? This guy doesn't even hit the fucking what if I had 10. This is not good enough with 10. This is not good enough with 20. Nico's supposed to save you with 6 shards. You need a fucking Camino situation to make Aetherplasm playable. You don't even have good creatures to swap. You have 8 creatures in the deck. You have 8 creatures in the fucking deck. There's some cool if this blocks. All right, I dare you to find one more. I'm looking, bro. Attacks, deals damage. Attacks. Well, hold on. I have 8 plus 15. Okay, so you're going to tell me with a straight face, your play is I'm going to turn my shards into Aetherplasm such that I can lose my shard to put out a 2/2 blocking. That's our line of play. I think I'm looking for these fucking blocks. The Skitter Spike. Okay, there's another one. Dope. Okay, attacks or blocks. And then we become a copy of their creature card. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's not a perfect strategy, I'll admit, LOL. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, this is just your pet card section, right? Like, your flicker section, dope. Your lands, cool. Your counter spells, all right, you have 7. You're probably, like, a little bit light on draw. And I could even see you cutting 1 or 2 more lands to go for even more mana rocks because you are very, very mana hungry, right? Like if we want to do this, in a compelling way, we have to be able to like play the threatening thing and tap Nico to get them swinging on the same turn. I almost want. I feel like a freak for saying this. I don't even think this is good because I think at any table where the people are awake, they react to Quicksilver Amulet like they would react to a big thing. But the problem I most want to get around is I want to be able to I want to be able to shard all over them with Dream Trawler before turn 10. I love the idea. I'm so with you on the idea. I do think this untap thing only works with like a 10th of your sideboard. I think most of the time it's likely to just clean, not do anything. I react to that like you're about to play some noodle boy. Right. Like and so that's why I was calling out like maybe more ramp instead. And need to come out as a strong word. Like I'm not convinced it needs to come out. I think what it could come out for is if you had just more mana, you could do coveted peacock things more quickly. That's what I want to happen. I want you to not have to wait for like 7. I don't want you to have to tap 7 mana on turn 5 and then have your pants down when you go for the coveted peacock thing. Hello, totally not Magic the Noah. Thank you for coming to stream, and thank you for not being Magic the Noah. I believe you, and I appreciate your work and his work, and I appreciate your work not being him. Epistolary's cute. I do think some of these are a little up their own ass. I respectfully. Gary Clone is not. Gary Clone is the perfect card for this deck. Never change. But yeah, like I think fear of sleep paralysis is a little tough. I mean, I guess you have a ton of flicker, so you can really bank on getting shards to enter. That's not too bad. Because if you get it once and you have like 5 fears of sleep paralysis, you stun everything on the board. So that's a little bit, yeah, it's not guaranteed, but it is quite good. So much fucking flicker, dog. Do we have any draw problems? Only five pieces of card draw in the deck does worry me. Oh wow, what if our opening hand had only colorless mana? And we terrified everybody. Oh wow, I can't play anything. Oh wow. Ah, there we go. I can get more planes. Huzzah! We've done it! Okay, Caretaker's Talent is going to save you here. So we'll play that tapped. Pretend like we're playing a fair game. We'll Arcane Signet. We will Caretaker's Talent. We will Nico. Makes 2 shards. Draw 1 card. So we have 2 funny guys in our hand. We can get Patriarch's Seal and bounce one of the lands we tapped. We don't have any flicker, right? Oh no. We have the flicker. So we flicker. Draws us a card. Next turn. Flicker. Shards, draw. So now on like turn 7, we're probably going to be able to go for it. I think the other thing I don't like that would be greatly improved if we weren't doing the untappy shenanigans is you really don't have enough interaction in general. You have enough counter spells that I might be confident in your ability to stop a board wipe, but it's like turn 7 and you've been letting everybody else do whatever the fuck they want, and your grand plan is, yeah, wait till I drop this lizard. Wait till I hit the button, bitch. It's about to get, you about to learn the powers of science. When I hit you with these tutus, which you won't block because you feel bad for me, I'm gonna flicker my commander twice. Which it's like, it's so cute. It's such a dope plan. I do think this is a type of gimmick that is made better by being able to board wipe people one time than by just like going full hands off the wheel. I would even go down on like a few flicker things to have more interaction, because a big benefit you get is like you only care about having one creature for 95% of this game. You can be playing things like it's Vow of something, or there's a Gear Hulk that does it too. Like, you love Cataclysmic Gear Hulk. You love, what's this fucking card, man? It's mana value 5. ID white. O-tag. Is 15 the right number of big, dumb 10 of cards? I think that's perfect. Okay, you can do Promise of Loyalty. That's great. You could do Fell the Mighty. That works really well with your commander. You could do single combat. Like, you have so many options for, because around, even if you're in bracket 2, right? I've played a lot of bracket 2. I've played a lot of bracket 3. Around turn 5 and 6, even turn 4 now, somebody's popping off. They're not winning the game, but like they're beginning to go off. They're beginning to get crazy. And if your only answer to them is whatever these silly funny cards are, I think too many of these cards are like below precon level. Like, what the keep it a buck with me. What the fuck is Aetherplasm about to do to Galta? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, pick Nico, kill everything else. And you don't need 10, right? You don't need like, oh my god, I have to do this multiple times every game. But I would keep a couple, and then I would maybe bring in like 1 or 2 pieces of card draw or good card access. You know what I think you might love? We looked at that new Hobbit spoiler set, HOC, mana value 3, ID blue. Fuck me. I think you should consider things like Confounding Riddle. I don't think these are incredibly powerful. I think they're super fair, but I do think they could replace a few of your existing counter spells to give you, like, nobody's holding up 4 fucking mana. Right? It's Commander. Nobody's holding up 4 fucking mana for this shit. And that way you can go, okay, I'm going to hold up a flicker spell. I'm also going to hold up soft interaction. And if I don't have to use the interaction, it's going to find me my next land. It's going to find me my next card draw thing. It's going to find me my next something to do. Oh, Hobbit. Well, there's another Confounding Riddle. There's another version of I counterspell you, or I think it's like draw 2, discard 1. You could also do like 3. You might have 3 steps ahead. You never know. The green player might have 4 extra mana laying around when you try to counter their Crater Hoof. I get Crater Hoofed 3 times a week by my girlfriend. They never have 4 extra mana. The humble Sludge Monster and Hero of Bladehold to handle Dinosaur. See, Sludge Monster would actually be so sick. If we knew it was going to be Sludge Monster, best deck ever, but because we have 69 funny things, also God bless you for Sphinx Ambassador. Jay Arlington, thank you for the raid. I hope you're having a good stream, my friend. We are looking at some Commander decks. We're looking at a particularly fun one today where they have the shell of a deck, and then they have 15 slots at random for 69 different hilarious cards that could go in this slot. Essence Sliver is very funny. So let's tie this up. Let's think of 1 or 2 cards that we can add into this mix that would also be satisfying. Because I like what you're doing. I think it's a good idea. I think there's just like very minor adjustments to make in the middle. So could we have something that handles the card draw problem? I would love fucking 20 Toad. I was thinking Master of Predicaments. I was thinking about that guy for sure. Are you the reason Spitties is slowly climbing in price? So it feels conceited to take credit for anything like that, but it has been climbing in price ever since I started talking about it, and it's never gotten a reprint. And so, maybe? Just Cadecaphile? No, we want something that's like... I want to see Azorius win attack. I did, Alec Man. Thank you for that. Oh. oh. I don't think we play this guy. Oh god, he would be really good though. I'm not convinced we play this guy because, well, no, I don't think we're gonna have the mana to like ever waterbend him effectively. We could like waterbend all the other. God, the dream is there. The dream is there. He's good on his own. I don't think that's true. Oh, legendary. Never mind. Have to be non-legendary. How do I do his knot? Can I just throw a knot on here? Nope. Fuck me. Does anybody know the Scryfall syntax to exclude legendaries? Because I'm gonna get ripped by that a lot. Thank you. Okay, there we go. And does need to be a creature. Something else gains flying. Do we have All-Seeing Arbiter? Think about fucking this guy. Think about fucking this guy though. We card draw problem solved, and you no longer can get crackbacked, so you no longer have to worry about the fuck ass the fuck ass blocker problem, because you just give every creature like -5, -0 until your next turn. Please don't fuck this guy, but that was like the whole plot of the Watchmen movie. Ooh, what about Armasaur Guide? Wait. What about what about 6 to 8 between 6 and 12 triggers to put a counter on something we control? We could fucking Voltron Nico with this guy. We could. And he's vigilant, so our shards don't tap. We could do all right, that's gonna be 10 4/4s, and then my commander's a 13/15. I've seen the callouts for Starwinder. I think Starwinder would be fun. No worries, Bone Lord. Okay, Azure Beastbinder would be evil. I don't think it wins the game enough. Bane of Balaged would win the game. This is one to keep on your thigh if you want to play in like a higher bracket table, because holy shit, we exile like... Well, Beastbinder goes super hard. They just go super hard in an evil way, because what do? They say, everything you control is a 2/2. I deal 10 damage, pass. You just lock the table in prison, which I don't think is the vibe we're going for. I think we want, like, funny explosion vibe. Is Choco Mog good? It doesn't get lore counters is the thing. Because it doesn't... Or we would have to... I think this would be very difficult to navigate, because what we would have to do is we would have to do it in our upkeep. We would have to respond to our own upkeep and do the shard thing, and then they would get a lore counter. No, it could work. It just doesn't work very good. Because we don't get the ETB lore trigger, or the ETB lore counter, and if we don't get the ETB lore counter, we have to get the main phase 1 lore counter, which is not impossible. You could do this fuck-ass Kithkin. You could do this fuck bitch Kithkin. Don't think we're doing enough counter stuff. Hey, Mauled Nesting Dovehawk. Hey, Joe Salsa, stop. Go to bed. Go to bed, man. You sound fucked up. You sound drunk as shit. That would be a good card, though. Dragig, the slots are going to open every Sunday at noon PST. You could also do Dauntless Veteran. That is basically Craterhoof at home, but it is a, like, bad card. Diviner of Mist would be insane. I cannot honestly recommend this one because I think it would make your turn take too long, but man, would that be fun to do in Moxfield. Okay, so I'm not going to put you all the way at peak because of that one fucking untap section, but I think this deck is sweet. I think this deck is awesome. I think there is an almost endless number of creatures that you could put in here that would be very, very fun. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Please go cut 10 cards right now, and I hope you have a terrible day. We're going to go to the manual ad break, and then it's time for Shaper. What about Ancient Gold Dragon? What about Shut Your Bitch Mouth? Ray Racer, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Mauled, quick question. Could you recommend a commander for a thief style of deck? First idea was Nathan Drake. Thank you very much, Gray. I appreciate that. It depends. Nathan Drake's tough, I'll be honest. Nathan Drake's tough because you got to get 3 colors. You play him. He doesn't swing good. Unfortunately, the best colors for theft are really Sultai, because with Sultai, you get access to all the good green ramp, and what theft really needs is you need a good finisher. You need to be able to get to the late game, and too many people make the mistake of theft of all they do is play things like Thief of Sanity that like, oh, I steal 2 cards, I get to pay mana for them. Wrong, bad. What you need to play is Lord of the Void. What you need to play is Sphinx Ambassador. You need to play like big things that are difficult to block and steal things for free. And to do that, you need money. So you can do it in Grixis with like rituals and mana rocks. Green does make it a ton easier. So you could do Sultai Gonti, you could do Don Andreas, you could do Nathan Drake, even though he's bad. Zerthro Shack, thank you for the 11 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. I appreciate that generosity. New Maryland's good, but you really just play Elf Ball. Like it devolves into Elf Ball. Okay, we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta play the manual ad break. I will see you all very soon, and then we will get Shaper's deck. I am gonna get some Wawa because my throat is tight. Are we spinning for the raffle? The raffle's gonna get spun when we finish all the commission decks, if we have time. Because I have to leave at 3 for my acupuncture appointment. And so if we get through them in time, we'll spin. If we don't get through them in time, no spins. Okay, we are back. I can't tell if I cooked or got silly with this one. That is, I hate to hear that shit. Hold on. Oh, baby girl. I want to see. Look at this. Look at this sweet little creature, chat. Ow. Ow. Yeah, hi, baby girl. Oh, you want to go back to bed? Okay. Oh, she jumped and like rolled into a little ball as she landed. Dark, that's Nico. Briar will not go up on the shoulder. Nico will go up on the shoulder for short periods of time, but I can hold Briar like a baby. I can swaddle Briar like a sweet little baby, and they will accept it. Okay, that's good. That's good. How do you submit a deck? Guko, the decks are submitted one of 3 ways. You buy a commission ahead of time on Sunday, you pay me $500 live, and I stop what I'm doing and do your deck, or you win a free raffle. No, Freako, there's been no sightings of Freako for a few months. We're good. Don't mind me munching some of this ginger. Okay, let's talk about Shaper's deck. So for those of you who don't know Shaper's history on this channel, Shaper is typically the motherfucker who sends in decks that are all commons because they have said they cannot be trusted with things above the common rarity. And today they have for us fucking a Rocco combo deck. Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. We'll go straight to the playtest. Dog. Great. Hey, it looks like we're comboing. You know? I see a situation like that, I'm like, yeah. Alright. Great top deck to see. Great top deck to see first off. I'm gonna search for tomorrow. You have two counters, but I go to my next turn, you have one counter. Plains Gurk Impulse. I get Sky Shroud Claim and a Forest. I'm gonna go Forest, Sky Shroud Claim, 2 Forests. I'm gonna get a Plains for Search for Tomorrow. So I have 3 more mana to work with. And we can search for an aura or a shrine card. How beautiful. We have Grow from the Ashes. I mean, surely we're somebody give me any combo line with Skirk Prospector. I know the one with like Putrid Goblin, but we don't have black, so it can't be that one. First Day of Class. That's not a creature. Right, yeah, because Rocco gets a creature. Franco Mob Boss. Let's see if he's in here for 7 mana. I call forth from the ether Krenko Mob Boss, who is not in the deck. Try again. Oh god, we have Ivy Lane Denizen. Hethmost High Priest. Whenever you cast a spell that targets him. Jesus fucking god. Okay, so we have 1 more mana available. This enters tapped. It's turn 6, by the way. Oh hey, we can we ramp more. Chill ass. We died 3 turns ago. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up about us dying 3 turns ago. Shaper, tell me what aura or shrine I'm looking for. The Silence of a Dead Man. Wonderful. Crown of Flames. Okay. So we can Crown of Flames. Ah, got it. Okay. So I don't think we can do this, but this doesn't go infinite, right? Because we can get Skirk Prospector back. We can make 1 red, but we need 2 red to do this over and over and over again. Because we have to bounce it back to hand and then we have to recast it. So is there a 4th part that we still have yet to... There's another piece! Brother, there were children born at the start of this game who were old enough to work their first job, buy precons, and kill us with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I grabbed the prize. Give me 2 more cards. Holy shit, it's more ramp. Fuck. Okay, I'm thinning the deck. I'm thinning the deck. I think I can pay for all of these. I kill this to get 2 more basics out. Please, God, let me draw anything but a basic land. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Top 2 cards of our library. Okay. Okay, you said it's a creature is next. I mean, I think what we're praying for is right chump block with Rocco and then use him to get the War Marshal. That's our way out. Are the Snowlands because it's Magic Christmas Land? That's funny, but no, it's because Shaper only uses commons, and I believe Snow Ramp is cheaper than other ramp. So it's Mog War Marshal. Ah, when they ETB or die, make a 1/1. Okay. So they ETB, make a 1/1. We sack both of them for 2 red. That gives us the 2 red for this. That gets Mog War Marshal back. So, dog, real quick, what is the outlet for this? I now have infinite Mog War Marshals coming in and dying. Infinite 1/1 goblins? I don't think we net up a goblin though. Because we only make 1/1/1. And we have to sack both of them to get Crown of Flames back to hand and then retarget Tethmos. Oh, enters or dies. Never mind. Infinite 1/1 goblins. Okay. 8 turns. Lots of prayers. We got there. I hate it already. How many combos are in the deck? Let's do Mango when you edit this combo counter up in the top right, please. So that's 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5. Jesus God, we have 5 different combos. So, what I want you to understand, Shaper, is combos are a little bit like children, right? You have one child, you can pour everything in the world into it. 2 children, that's the nuclear family. Cut 5 more, you had 10. Okay, so again, like children, have you ever seen 10 happy children in one family? Have you watched any of those documentaries? Because when you get up to even 5 children, you can pick one of the 2 adjectives. You can love them equally or enough. We don't get to do both. So I think my issue with this is most of the things about it. This feels really distracted, and it feels like we just spend a lot of time ramping into nothing. I feel like we need a lot more. Didn't want to be in bracket 4. So you, hold on. You said, I don't want to be in bracket 4 jail. Surely the way to avoid this jail time is to put a different infinite in the deck. Say that out loud. Say that out loud in front of your computer right now. The way I avoided bracket 4 jail was by putting more infinites in my tutor toolbox deck. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, and we have overlap here. It's not totally ridiculous. 3-card infinite instead of 2-card. Real. All right, so number 1, I think you're... Okay, no, this is also our card draw section. So we kind of bricked a little bit on our draw. I do feel like you could shave ramp even more compared to... God, I hate the lack of interaction. I hate a guy who's just a pet rock in the corner until they reveal they're actually a pet submarine mine. Can it be Pauper in a real sense if Rocco isn't common? So for Pauper Commander, your commander can be uncommon. Pauper EDH is your commander is uncommon. Everything else is printed at common. So I can understand not running interaction as a core part of the bit. I just don't respect it. I think if you can't turbo, one of the most interesting ways you do interact with the table as a combo player is the interaction you bring to survive to your combo. I would particularly like if you had some things that were like fling effects. Now, if your table, Addy, looking at you, are blatant fools and are willing to swing into Rocco to give you a way to recast him, okay. But based on what happened in that previous game, we really, really, really want ways to get Rocco either back to hand or back to our command zone, because we spend a lot of time. I plead the fifth. I have killed Shaper multiple times. Yeah, I fucking bet. Bro's sitting on hissing Iguanar, Raphael, and a fucking dream. Fling's a good shout out. Yeah, like I think we need. Because you know what this deck is to me? Sympathetically, this deck is. I don't know what YouTuber would publish a video like this. But there is a thumbnail with the YouTuber going like this, and it says, I had no idea there were this many, all caps, combos at common. And then the text on screen says, is Pauper broken? That's what this deck is. I don't think it plays actual Magic that great. I do think it does play actual Magic, because holy fuck, you got a lot of ramp, and holy fuck, you got a lot of card selection. But I think the really big missing piece is your ability to work with the rest of the table. Like, and I do know that you are your pods, you are the boogeyman, you are the Babadook, et cetera, et cetera. I do think you should pop out and scare people a little bit. And so if we can find other, considering has the 2-card combos. 60! I'm fucking blind. That's my fault for not realizing the five different combo sections in this deck were you holding yourself back. Line 1, any line. Infinite damage with rice. Okay. You got to make a YouTube channel, dog. You don't even need a commander deck at this point. You need a YouTube channel. Bro was up for days. Bro was awake for a very, very long time. Let me look at how many flings, rarity, the Commander Naya. That's insane. Bloodfire Infusion's kind of a crazy sweeper, though. I don't know if we want it for this deck, because if we've played Rocco, we've tutored out a different creature, and that other creature we've tutored out probably gets killed by Bloodfire Infusion. Otherwise, I would really, really like this. Thud is a fling, right? Yeah, but we have to be working at common rarity is the problem. Based on the based on what Shaper has forced themselves to play by. Alley Evasion. This would be neat. I think these are just better than most of your card selection spells, because being able to get your commander back and tutor again, this lets you block and then bounce to hand, and then next turn, okay, I'm tutoring out the next piece of my combo. I think what makes this deck hot is as many of these as we can get. Commander Naya, rarity C. Shaper cannot move for all the radiators he's chained to. He's like Tai Lung in there. So we have White Mane Lion at common. Ancestral Statue's a little bit expensive. We have Light Away. Warehouse Thief question mark. We have your Ambushed on the Road. Honing my strength. I think this is the sauce. I think this is what makes the deck really cool. And if you do this, you don't have to play removal. I think you either have to If you want to do this like Overcooked 2, I'm high on an entire pharmacy and I'm running around the set of the bear desperately trying to make a beef Wellington, which is what the deck is currently doing. You have to have removal to buy yourself time. If you don't want to put in removal, you have to put in these, and that way every turn or nearly every turn can be proactive because you can be going, I'm tutoring with Rocco or I'm getting Rocco back to hand. And that way it's like, oh, the head chef is either here or he's out purchasing ingredients, or he's here or he's out purchasing ingredients. And then there's constant movement. You open up to being counterspelled more often. You offer a more compelling threat more quickly. Yeah, I think this is how we go from the deck plays magic and is a funny bit to the deck plays magic, is a funny bit, and oh shit, Shaper's winning right now. Did anybody, the Pauper deck's beating us? Did anybody does anybody have a board wipe? Because we still don't even have that many. Like there's probably only 5 to 10 of these. Like it definitely hurts to play these at sorcery speed. And so it's not even like your deck is going to have a million of these. At this point, I'm just attacking him immediately. That's the thing. I block you with my commander. Boing. I block you with my commander and he's gone. Good luck. Blocker still declared. I hope you have trample, fuck ass. Have a terrible day. Have a terrible fucking day. Or actually, here's what you got to do. You want to ramp. You want to ramp. Attack with multiple? Right, but not every deck makes 5/5/5s. Like, yeah, you attack with multiple, yeah, you attack with flying, but in a real life commander situation, Shaper's not always going to be the most threatening thing, and you're not always going to have like, oh, I have 4 equally good attacks. You might have, here's my biggest creature and I have 3 smaller creatures. Okay, I block the biggest and then I bounce him back to hand and I dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dip out on most of the damage, etc., etc. But this way you can even play really bad ramp while you do the web slinging. Yeah, I think that's the heat. I guess don't cut any more of your combos since you've already put 2/3 of the deck into the considering section. This is truly a Shaper special. I think you have burnt the shit out of one of the finest pieces of meat I've ever laid eyes on. This is almost really, really funny, and I think right now it's just a little bit too passive, and if I ever have to look Shrine Steward in his face ever again, I will crash out. But this is just absolutely wondrous rage bait. Wonderful rage bait, tremendous shoe leather. Thank you very much for sharing, and please put White Mane Lion in this bitch right now. We are going to go to the manual ad break, and then it's going to be time for O Garden. Not enough ketchup. All right, you're banned. You're banned for even implying ketchup on steak. How does one get Sir Crash out to take a peek at one's poor excuse of a commander deck asking for a friend? 3 ways. You can buy a commission on Ko-Fi. They go on sale every Sunday. We also have an on-demand option for a review for $100. We have an on-demand option for a roast for $500, or you can win a free raffle, which we might be doing today if we get through the queue quickly enough. Million Ants, thank you for the Prime sub for the 15th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. How are we on time? We're doing okay on time. 1:56 right now. When do the Sunday slots come out? I haven't seen them in stock for a while. So they normally come out at They normally come out at noon, but they oftentimes come out right after I go live on stream. That is on purpose. I do want to reward people who come to the stream. And so if you want to be truly apprised of when the roast slots are coming live, you probably want to be coming to Sunday streams, because I will normally be reminded by somebody in the stream, hey, dickhead, put the roast live. Is it weird that my first foray into creative writing in like 7 years has been choose your own adventure smut? I mean, listen, you're a freak for sure, Jomi, but that is good. And I don't think it's that strange, other than how freaky it is. Because it's like creative writing normally has to come from the heart, from like the deep, dark places of your soul. And one of the deepest, darkest places of your soul in like puritanical America is sexuality. I think a lot of people feel more safety or feel more power of their own over their own creativity when it comes to sex as a topic, because that's like the place that has had to be so pent up for so long. I've actually been getting a decent amount of likes on it, LMAO. Yep. I'm so happy for you. Please, God, do not post a link. Do not post any identifying information. I'm sure you fine folk will find it. Hey, Lockmanos, thank you very much. I'm glad you had a good day at work. If that's true, why do so many people suck at sexting? Because sexting, okay, that's because most people, you're talking about the difference between people who are sexting somebody they are trying to fuck versus sexting with somebody you are in a committed relationship with. Like the sexts of somebody of like, who was the singer from Maroon 5 trying to like slide into that one model's DMs? That's way different from like Z and I typing up graphic novels to each other if we're ever traveling in different cities. Like the amount of creativity you have access to if you're comfortable with the person, if you're not afraid of being judged, it's a whole different universe. And when we talk about like sexting from people you met on dating apps, from people you met at the bar, like you're trying to get sexual with them and you're still very, very afraid of judgment. And so you end up saying corny and bad shit. Versus if you know you can really get into it. In the spirit of such things, I'm writing a queer BDSM romance novel. Congratulations, Addy Cat. I do hope the word count's going to be over like 100,000 so that it's thick enough to beat Shaper to death with. Actually, not a bad take. Why would you say? Why would you say it like that? I have I have decent thoughts. Quite often, I have reasonable thoughts. The smut isn't what makes it weird. It's the choose your own adventure. Absolute fucking madman. I kind of agree there. I kind of agree with that one. 8.5 out of 10 Maultown takes are good. Wrong. 10 out of 10 Maultown takes are good. You just don't understand the purpose of every take. This is me, bro. This is who you're getting mad at right now. All of my takes are good. Sometimes the point of the take is to make you angry because you think it's bad. That's it. You ever seen the podcast? I'm doing my best work there. I believe in everything I say, but I know my job on the podcast is not to be a reasonable human. I know my job on the podcast is to yell loudly and proudly off the dome so Veggie and Nerd Girl can look like reasonable humans. Urza was here. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Why is Z sexting with Golshi? So that you can be corrected. I'm not always fishing to be corrected, but I'm always open to being corrected. I just don't have like I just no longer have a lot of like deep inherent shame about potentially being wrong. I believe like everything I believe 110%, and I'm willing to say it loudly because I'm either right or I'm going to get educated and then I'm going to be right anyway. all roads end in me being right. Sometimes I just hit a Twitch clip along the way. That's it. There's no downside. It can't go wrong for me. Ads, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. And then, oh, Garden, are you good to go? It actually doesn't matter if you're good because I need water. You are. Great. I'm going to fill my water, chug it, then we're going to do your deck. All right. I am back. Let's grab a Garden's deck. Death or taxes? Vraska rebuilt Death Touch. This is like that baby shoes never worn story. Vraska, it was bad. We've tried again. It's bottom of bracket 3. All right, so we have Vraska the Silencer. When stuff dies, we can pay 1 to make it a treasure artifact on our board. Oh. Oh no. We made Death Touch. We made Death Touch Kindred. Fuck me. Fun. Okay, that's fun. That's real. That's real. Death Touch payoff. Wrong. Wrong. Been the Fangbearer, maybe. Here's the thing. Anytime your brain thinks, oh my god, I could get a Death Touch payoff, what you need to consider is that requires having multiple things that Death Touch, which mean you are playing shit like Radioactive Spider! Don't do that! The maybe payoff is stuff that just triggers when you hit somebody, period. But oh my god, Death Touch payoff, my beloved. I'm sorry, you have 2 mana ramp in this deck with a 3 mana command. How did you count to 3 wrong? You have green. You have Yanawar Elf. You have Yanawar Elf's entire family. You have Elves of Deep Shadow. I want 4 mana on 3. For what? The vain hope. 1 drop? Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. What's the 1 drop? What is the 1 drop? All of our edicts are 2 and 3 mana. The Radioactive Spider. To catch the Steves? You think motherfuckers are sacking Steve on turn 3? What's happening? What's happening at your pod? What is going on? I need a firmer explanation of I'm gonna what if I fucked myself? What if I fucked myself out of having a guarantee? Like, keep in mind, this is the choice between you could have a guaranteed edict and theft on turn 3. But instead of that, we're going 4 mana on turn 3 to maybe catch somebody else sacrificing something in our face on purpose. Please. I'm begging you. Because, like, walk me through this, right? We could catch the Steve sack, for sure. If all of this was 1 mana ramp, and we play our commander on 2, and we're tapped out, we can't catch anything on turn 2, but we already couldn't. It's not about the theft. It's a gaslight that seems to scare everyone. Okay. Yes, and I just want to do math with you. We could either threaten 1 mana worth of gaslighting on 3, or we could threaten 4 mana worth of gaslighting on 3. And you are choosing, and you are telling me No mauled. I must do 1 mana of gaslighting on 3. Because if we just ramp on 1, you have 3 mana on 2. You tap it all out for your commander. You can't gaslight on 2, but we already couldn't. And now we untap on turn 3, and we can gaslight and threaten, or we can just gaslight. That's where my confusion comes, right? There's not the other way is like strictly better. Is that making sense? Am I like, let's go to the playtest. Oh, fuck me, I don't hit any ramp. I mulligan. Amaze, amaze, amaze. This is actually the perfect hand to showcase it, because, hey, this is an elf now. Sheoldred's Edict, I steal 2 things. Look at where we could be, bro. Look at where we could be, but we don't live there, because now we did 3 visits, and we don't have this. We have this in hand, and it's like, ooh, spooky, spooky, spooky. Spooky, spooky. And this hand, it's going to be okay, because we have Worldly Tutor, but like the same lines work if we do Edict, steal the best thing, Worldly Tutor. But let's what are we gonna get? Let's get we have Death Touchers in hand. I'm gonna get the Death Touch payoff. I'm gonna get Adventure Grandpa. I play Adventure Grandpa. Vraska goes in and taps. Go up to 6. I can't steal this turn. I get land. I can Edict, and I can steal everything that I edicted. That's cool. So I'll probably do that. Swing up to 12. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Math ain't mathin', Chief. Math ain't mathin', big dog. We gotta. I'll at least hear you out on like the stuff like 3 visits Nature's Lore. 3 visits Nature's Lore that gives us an untapped land to have more use in the late game, where we maybe want to like double spell, commit more mana. Rampant Growth. You got me bucketed up. You got me fucketed right up. All right, so we're not casting that. We could just Tithing Blade. Tithing Blade, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I steal again. I have 6 treasures. I can Questing Beast with treasures, and then slam, slam, slam. Somebody's probably dead. I like Adventure Grandpa quite a lot. This is insane, but you tagged it as a pet card, and so I'm gonna be respectful. This will be fun to do on somebody else's turn. So on somebody else's turn, Swift Demise, steal 2 things if they went to combat. Nope. Fighting fucking ghosts right now, bro. Okay, so let me talk. All right, let me talk through some sauce with you. I like a lot of your fundamentals. The main fundamental I like about the deck is how much you hate the people you play Magic with. What I think we are, where I think we have lost the plot a little bit, is we have a little bit of a payoff for Death Touch creatures hitting. Monarchy is very cute. I think a big place we have a hole in this deck is just Saboteur triggers in general. Just stuff that is good when I get to hit you, because you're probably not going to have... like, people don't want to block you when you have Death Touch. And you have very few things that make the Death Touching creatures bigger. And so it's like Ophiomancer, okay, we have a 1/1. They're just not going to block you, period. That opens up a lot of potential for really fun Gaunty angles. Because then you put them in a Sophie's choice. And my favorite thing about Commander is to put somebody in a hard position where they don't like either option. And right now we have very, very few cards that put them in a bad position. We just have a lot of cards that go like, hey, you have no board. Hey, you have no board. Hey, you have no board. But if we had things like Gonti, like Gix, there's Rev, there's even another copy of Adventure Grandpa, which would probably just be good for closing out the game with Necropolis region. And the reason I'm recommending these is part of the reason I really, really want you to consider some 1-mana ramp. Because not only is 1-mana ramp going to open you up to being a hater a full turn rotation earlier, after you have board wiped everybody, now your Llanowar elves, your Boreal druids, your elves of deep shadow, they can get in on this action because they can still do combat damage. Rampant growth can never do combat damage for you. Never ever. Um, and so I think right now, very, very cute. I think it works a fair amount of I think it works against everybody but the token player, right? You're basically making a ton of people sack a lot of their important creatures over and over and over. That will get you through many, many decks. And like maybe the token player, we just handle another way. Like maybe we steal um maybe we steal stuff, but I think what you need to understand is we don't like this is why I'm always a hater of word cloud. Like we don't just want to look for death touch and things that say death touch. You have to think about, what does the deck want to do? I want people to not call me back. I want people to be happy when bad things happen to me. I want the board to be open so that I can swing and have good things happen when I'm swinging. And so we should expand the deck to encompass all of those things and maybe block your pod's numbers anytime you finish a game. To me, it feels like this deck wants to do two things, and I would say they compromise each other. I think they do a little bit, and that's why I'm recommending things that turn it into a complement. Because right now, the two things the deck wants to do is it wants to spend a lot of mana on control, and then it wants to swing creatures in. And so the way we connect those two dots is we need the benefits for swinging our creatures to be better. I would switch you are a crack smoker. No, 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 no. This works as is. I want to spend mana on control and swing creatures, and I'm all out of creatures. We're not out though, is the thing. We have creatures. We have just not we have not enough to win a game unless we hit Adventure Grandpa. And so we need more things that turn, like, I swung 2 Death Touchers on an empty board. That gave me cards. It gave me mana. It gave me more creatures. It gave me access to your interaction. That is the missing link. And when we add that missing link in, then you are the devil from the Bible. I think I'm not convinced on Ozolith here. I don't think we have enough I don't think we have enough 1/1 counters things, even when we add in more 1/1 counter stuff. Innkeeper's Talent, I'm a little convinced on because it's going to put them on for free turn after turn after turn. Um, I. Oh, wait, this is gonna. People are gonna beat the shit out of you. What the. So we get this on once, and then it's 2 mana. I shoot you over and over and over and over. Okay. Um, Hooded Blightfang, perfect example of guy I think you should cut for a better generic combat damage effect. Because this is really good when we have like 5 or more creatures with Death Touch. And that does not seem like the situation we're going to be in outside of a very, very long game that has had no board wipes. Because you do not have board wipe protection. We don't have a way to draw a shitload of our deck. Like, this guy should be a Gix. He should be a Rev. He should be a, let's look at Golgari Saboteurs. even in Orin, I mean, Orin Frostbang is really kind of double dipping. Um, it could be a Toski, it could be a Grim Hireling. I really want to make you play Drana. Drana's really not good enough here. She's really not good enough. But I want I want to beg on my hands and knees. Drana got cut. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, Elegy Acolyte is another one of those card draw ones. You could do really dumb shit like Orochi Soul Reaver. You don't have to play all of these, but pick your favorite. We have to do something to level up the quality of us tickling you. Okay, so this hand, no ramp. I would probably mulligan that. Ramp that I'm going to pretend is 1 mana. So I reveal a thing. I ramp for 1 mana. Commander, Childred's Edict, tap out to steal 2 things, hit somebody. Great. My next turn, I go land. I go non-token black creature, huh? Oh, Viridian Revel's great. Yeah, they go to our opponent's graveyard. That's fucked. Okay. I like Unstoppable Slasher. So I'm going to do Unstoppable Slasher and flash in Ambush Viper on somebody's end step. For my next trick, I will Exile Cycle Nature's Lore. And then probably go for like Flare of Malice, pay 2 to take both. And then this guy doesn't matter because we don't have a Saboteur effect. This guy does. And so we make somebody lose half their life. And we have 2 more of these treasures. Now we go green, green, 1, Viridian Revel, draw 4, float 4 mana. Oh. And if we had like Necropolis Regent here, or if we hit Adventure Grandpa, we could really start making everybody despise us. And so that's it. I think that's the only missing ingredient. Because right now we're going to do Court of Bounty, which is like Monarch's good, drawing cards is good. You're about to get this fucking Monarch trigger and go, for my free creature, I will put a 1/1. Excelsior. Why are you not running in fear from me? Please get thee hence. I've trained for very long to be the best with a bow in the entire Western Hemisphere. I've dipped the bow in my own shit. You'll die in a little bit after I hit you. Please be afraid. And so we juice that up a little bit. And then I think we're really, really cooking. You're going to have to play around with the exact balance. I think we just got respectfully a little bit distracted by the teeth situation and the frog butler. But I like what you're doing with putting counters on. I fucking hate your ramp section so much. I'm okay with the monarchy. And then I think our like draw death touch payoff, we should just be more broadly in on I'm gonna deal combat damage to you, and that's gonna make it happen. So I think you're almost a bitch and I hate you. This is a very, very nasty control deck. I think you're on the EDH Rex side of the pyramid primarily because the distraction was like, holy fuck, I need 25 cards with Death Touch on them. If it doesn't have Death Touch on it, it's not good enough for me. And the cards with Death Touch just weren't good enough for anybody, funnily enough. So thank you very much for submitting. We're going to go to a quick ad break, and then it will be time for White Bread, if you are ready. Mauled, what is your opinion on fetch lands plus Azusa plus Crucible of Worlds? Very frustrating, technically fair, hate it very much. And then we may. What do you think about the Ultron for fun? Honestly, sick as fuck. I don't even think this is fun. I think this is like secret tech. Like if we're gonna rank your three pet cards, Displaced Dinosaurs, 10 out of 10, A plus, awesome. Ninja Teen, 0 out of 10, complete dog shit. Ultron, 7 out of 10 sleeper hit. There will absolutely be one or two situations per game where you're like, I bring back your creature, but it's not a creature, but actually it is a creature again, and that is somehow gonna win me the game. Ixalan Pirate Vraska is playable to this day. You mean Relic Seeker? Because like you can run a deck that's 60 planes. Technically, you can do anything. I get it as a treasure and a creature. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yes, okay. Would Grave Pact or Dictate of Erebos be too evil? It wouldn't be too evil. It would be too weak. We're just not doing enough. We're not doing enough. Like we're not sacrificing creatures on our own board, and we already have enough edicts. I think the thing that would be here's what would be evil for this deck is if on a one-off basis you played Marin, and then you made as many of these Edict Effects creatures as possible, and then you just tried to recur them all the time with Marin to hold them down harder, or if you did other things, if you had other like repeatable reanimation engines, that would be the evil thing. Brave Pact would just not be super effective in the deck. Because you would need to hit Grave Pact, spend the 4 mana on it, and then you would have to get something like Grave Lighter after that, and like Deadly Brew. Oh no, Deadly Brew would help. Okay. Flare of Malice wouldn't help. Ninja Teen is kind of a reanimation engine. Shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. You have a 1-1 counters game plan. Do not talk to me about bouncing your creatures to hand. Knock it off. You are allowed to run it because we are in the bottom of bracket 3 and you are allowed to have pet cards. Dog's trying to put counters on his whole board and said, what if I just undid all that bullshit? Tarian Soulcleaver could be good. I think it could be good. I think you're better off with the Saboteur effects because we really want to get active with dealing damage in this deck, and we want that damage to matter. And if Tarian Soulcleaver is not equipped, it's not really doing anything. Yeah, I just don't believe in it as much as I believe in a a different source of I get a benefit every time I hit you. All right. We are out of the ad break, so that means it's time for White Bread. This is a silly deck. I want to fill the bin up with things you wanted, pull them out, smack you across the face with them, and ask why you could possibly be mad because I took something you weren't even using out of your trash can. Interesting. Olympic level dumpster diving. Let's see what we got. Brother. Hold on. Okay, hold on. No. I'm just flipping through your deck right now. That's okay. Third evil card has hit the stack. Yeah, Lord of the Vault. Okay, we're pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm gonna shuffle you back in. Sorry. You scared me for a moment. Oh, Jesus, we have turn 1 Soul Ring. Alright, so I go Blood Crypt, Soul Ring, Talisman, pass. Next, Sword of Body and Mind on nobody. Next, Agatha's Soul Cauldron with nothing to do. Hell yeah, Incarnation Technique. I reanimate Sheoldred. Hey man. Hey man, you gotta explain some shit to me. You gotta explain a lot of shit to me right now. What's going on here? Protection, text box maxing, yeah, lots of ramp. I don't know, man. I thought this was supposed to be silly. Kefka's indestructible on his turn. I understand the mechanical synergy. What I don't understand is you sitting down going, "Hey guys, this one's gonna be a little bit funny. If you could all pick up your fucking creatures. If you could all just stop playing creatures." For like 5 or 6 turns, I swear to God, we're gonna have a good time. Please. Yeah, you're going straight to hell. You're going straight to hell. You know how much you got to pay to hire an Olympic athlete? Depends on which country they're from. Because if they're from a fucking backwater like America, many of our Olympic athletes, I think, end up selling off their medals later in life to like pay for medical care. So, Adept Potter or Adept Otter, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Okay. Fuck yeah, you're playing the GOAT. You're my hero. We play the GOAT. We play Worn Power Stone. We play Descent into Avernus. We make 2 treasures. Nobody has anything in their graveyard, so I don't even want to play my commander yet. Draw a card, give the goat away. There we go. There we go. Okay, lose life. You mill that many cards. With Descent is gonna get fucked up. The commander's Rakdos Kefka. It's the one that you steal from your opponents, and then you damage them when you cast stolen spells. Pickle Slap, thank you for the Twitch follow. And we have 6 treasures at present moment. So I think we get this guy out. So 2, and then we use 5 of the treasures. So we have 1 treasure remaining. Swing lock, everybody mills a card. Then we get 3 things from opponents. Okay. And we can Knight's Whisper to draw 2. Cool. Oh, we make 6 treasures and take 6 damage. So we can go. And then we can breach the multiverse. That's pretty silly. That's pretty silly. I kind of like that. So hilarious, Tomo. I feel like you're not feeling it the same way I'm feeling it. Okay, we have Mind Crank. So it kind of seems like we don't get the milling going until we really get it going. Oh no, we have some normal stuff. Okay, so we Mind Crank, we First Mirror, we Mind Rack Harpy, drop a Sheoldred. Yeah, where is the Mesmeric Orb? Do we have the sacred left nut of Lance Armstrong? No, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're playing Infesting Radroach? And you don't have the Holy Ball? What's wrong with you? Explain yourself, White Bread. I thought the left nut was torpor orb. No, that's that's the tumor we removed. The orb is very anger inducing, and the 12 board wipes aren't. Oh golly gee. I sure wouldn't want anyone to be mad at my commander deck. Anyway, Shieldred, Nova Flame, Necromantic Selection, fuck you. You gotta be serious with me. How is the orb more who are you playing with? Who are you playing with that the orb is more anger inducing? The orb was removed because it baited my pod into making me bite the curb. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. You're running Breach the Multiverse, a fake serialized Shieldred, and a 2-mana mill engine is the biggest source of rage bait? Okay. Okay. All right. You know what? That's my fault. That's my fucking fault, dude. Hey, thank you, Match. I hope you're having a great day. Wait, cards from my 99 too? Oh god, oh fuck. I I wish deeply that we had a better option than Night's Whisper. I almost want to recommend, since you're ramping so much, this to be a Stinging Study deck. Because like lose 7 pretty bad. Okay. But 5 mana draw 7? Dude, the blue players could never. They will never understand the power you hold in your hands. Oh, Imposing Grandeur. What's that? Ooh. Ooh, Imposing Grandeur would be really nice. Because now you're feeling great. You're potentially filling graveyards too. There's probably like one person that takes this. Match, thank you so much for gifting a membership on YouTube. Welcome to Dog Heaven. 12 wipes is far too many. Do you have any pseudo board wipes? I think some of these wipes are pseudo board wipes. Like Nova Flame needs us to have a creature. Mandate of Abaddon's a sweeper. This is a mana-based sweeper. This is a mana-based sweeper. Dark Deal forces them. Okay, if our pod can't handle Mesmeric Orb, I don't think they can handle Forced Discard. I just want to just if we're all being adults, if we can't handle a 2-mana mill artifact, I don't know if we can handle Dump Your Hand, dickhead. Do Synergy Commander, and then O-Tag. Mana value matters. Let's see if there are any other hot ones for this. We can keep people sacrifice artifacts. I mean, Cloud Kill is a good removal spell. Oh, well, okay, hold on. That's funny. Is it good? Doubtful. But you do have enough removal that you can kind of go like, okay, board wipe, person who only has one good creature in their graveyard. I choose you, and this is 3 mana both times. That's kind of sweet. And that's the type of discount Rakdos needs, baby. And then I think Stinging Study is... Hey, please play Cactus Preserve. You're morally... why is this 5 fucking... I think you're morally obligated to have a 7/7 Cactus at some point. That's just a personal recommendation from me to you. Best blocker in the whole world. Oh, it's a desert. Yeah. I love this tag. No, I don't want to cast your fucking forest, Tom. I love that you're finding a home for misfit avatar cards. Oh, Hypnotic Spectre. Okay. Somebody on YouTube was Vehicles of Space was saying it. Nah, this is just gonna make him mad. Is there like I'm trying to think if we can tutor something into our opponent's graveyard from their deck. Okay, wait. Wait. We're on masterful rage bait right now. So we have a board wipe you can swap in, and you can then just get the three biggest creatures out of their deck. Why are we suggesting things that make people more mad than Mesmeric Orb? Because much like what the Republicans did to our political system, we have to move the Overton window on what makes people mad in this Kefka deck so that they forget about how mad Mesmeric Orb makes them, and then they can fucking play the normal 2-mana card again. So you have to do Life's Finale and Grinning fucking Totem. Why does Mesmeric Orb bother people? Don't they use their graveyard? No, apparently. People can't be mad at something they didn't know existed until right now. Yeah, like to some degree, Mesmeric Orb is getting hit by like it's had videos made about it, they've seen it on content, they know they're supposed to be angry about it, and so they freak out more than they would. Nobody's ever had Grinning Totem played against them. And like Grinning Totem in a deck that makes a shitload of mana, low-key useful. You can get something that you need. Like you can go get a Soul Ring if you're like really hard up for mana, or you can go, I have my commander. I am going to tutor. I am going to tutor for the most expensive thing in your deck and put it into your graveyard. And then I'm going to steal it on my end step. If you're hard up for mana, spend 7 mana. Rakdos, I'm not saying you can play it and tap it on the same turn, but many Rakdos decks either make it to, like, you either make it all the way or you get stuck on, like, 3 to 5. This is a card that can get you out of the 3 to 5 trench, where you're not hitting your treasure makers, you're not hitting your other ramp sources, and you can, like, play this on 4 mana and you go, oh, fuck, I missed my land drop. Well, I'll spend 2 mana and sack this to go get your Soul Ring, and then I'm out of the trench. That's what I mean. I didn't think at all about tutoring from opponents' decks into graveyard. I mean, it's because there's only 2 cards in the whole game that do it. It's only these 2. Is Deadpool in there? Deadpool would be a pretty good piece of interaction, yeah. But I don't think we have much one-off interaction. Like, I think we're board wiping or we're just hanging out. So if you did want a piece of one, and that would be good. That would be good for the oversalt window. That would be good for redefining the political landscape of your pod. Is being like, okay, Mesmeric Orb's too mean, Deadpool. And I am a okay. So I'm gonna pretend this is Stinging Study. How badly do we get fucked if our card draw is super expensive? I can curve out. I can curve out. I can curve out. Give me this fucking land. Okay, Dark Ritual. Eternity Elevator. We're fine. We are okay. Kefka Dancing Mad. Probably station this for 6. And station for 9. Get some free shit. Okay. So I think we can argue that I was coping and seething and lying to you when I haven't cast Night's Whisper. Notably, we've been able to get to the game we want to play without Night's Whisper, and if from here we cast Stinging Study and we drew 7, now we're in like perfect world. So I am going to argue again for cutting at least one of these like 2 mana draw spells for the big massive I draw like I get a whole new hand of magic cards because I think it's very very potent. Do I think Decorum Dissertation is good here? I do. I've been trying that card in every deck that has black. I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for, especially when you have interaction. Um, you're also a deck that, again, it seems like you get out to 3 to 5 mana and then you kind of get stuck. And we really want to be confident we're going to keep hitting our last couple land drops. Where like Night's Whisper, like Night's Whisper can fix a bad opening hand for a combo deck to draw into that like last thing you need. It doesn't help as much when I'm playing like Rakdos, everything, everything maxes out my credit card. Um, and we just need like another land every turn, and like double spelling costs 8 mana. Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Um, you could do like Snort too. Snort plays right into what you want to happen. It'll get some damage onto your opponents. You can use it twice. Yeah, so if you don't like Stinging Study, because you're a hater bitch, you can try Snort instead, but I would be doing something to get a more aggressive, like, I need 5 new cards. I need 7 new cards. I don't need 1 new card. I don't need 2 new cards. Or you could just do Decorum Dissertation. I do think it's a better card than people give it credit for, and it's much better for you because the shitty part about Decorum Dissertation is you tap out on turn 5 to cast it, your opponents tap out on turn 5 to play a thing that's going to kill you next turn. But after you resolve Decorum Dissertation, you're drawing a board wipe. So who cares? Like, you're just aura farming in Fallout before you drop the bomb, dude. But I like this a lot. This looks fun for you, not really for them. You gotta hit the Life's Finale rage bait. You gotta hit the Grinning Totem rage bait. I am a huge believer in Visions of Dread, and then I am a huge believer in these bigger, more meaty card draw spells because I think you have so much ramp that you can be a little confident you'll get to like that 3 to 5 mana range where you can cast them. So I think I like this the most of what we've seen today. I want more edits to it than I wanted for on cooldowns deck. Or actually, no, I think I want less. This is just the reason I wanted to place you lower is I'm desperately trying to think of how to get Z to not be mad at me after I cast this many board wipes. That's it. I'm trying because I really want to play this deck and I really want to sort out in my head. Not even like how is it not an argument? Because they understand Commander's a game, but we're gonna finish the game and they're gonna be like, hey, so why didn't you want to have fun that game? You have birds, what else can I do? That's probably a strong one. Mauled, you gotta smooth talk better. My smooth talk is not based around being allowed to cast board wipes, okay? My smooth talk is based around trying to get my kisses in. I have not specced into getting the goth baddie to enjoy the annoying way I play video games. Win or lose, you're getting a foot rub after this game. That would be good. Okay, so I keep in my wallet little cards that are like free massage, or I will buy you a little cake from the nearest store. I just hand it out to people. But that's fucking excellent. We just barely have time for a lightning roast. So please understand, whoever's going next, this is going to be very, very quick. But we do have time to open up marbles and do a quick raffle. I'm going to mute headphones for a moment because if I remember correctly... Is this okay? This is a little too low, actually. Can I save it if I win? So I will say you can save it if you win. You cannot go on Sunday. Sunday, we already have 5 people going, so it is too full. But you can save it. You can also request that it is an off-stream review rather than a roast. If you would want it to be more helpful, then you want it to be funny man. So the way this is going to work, if you are on Twitch, you have 2 minutes to type !play. This does not work for YouTube right now. I'm so sorry about it. And in 2 minutes, we are going to begin the race. If you win the race, you win the deck roast. That deck roast can either be right now. We have about 15 minutes for me to make fun of one of your creations. If I win, we don't have time to play a game of League of Legends. But if you win, you can hold it for a stream that is not this week, or you can get an off-stream deck review if you don't want to go right now. Clockwork, thank you for the follow. Reminder, you do not have to be following. You do not have to be subscribed. You don't have to have given me any money or personal information. I appreciate everybody who follows, but you do not have to participate in this. I honestly think if you put out a long form about Mill, the engagement of people defending their salt could make it pop off. It would, but I think Trinket Mage has already done one. I think Elk might be doing one. So if I do one, it won't be for a little while because I don't want to publish a video too similar to theirs too close after. Also, boss, I added 12 more Rocco bounce cards. This terrible deck is going to kill people. That's what I like. That's what I like, bro. Hey, thank you. It looks like LMLCY. Let me figure out how to pronounce that. Lemlacy? I'm going to go with Lemlacy. Thank you very much for being here. No matter what you say, Mill will in fact make people mad. Yeah, I don't want him to not be mad. I don't want to rage bait him harder. I want to say, you're mad because you're bad. Oh, I'm icy. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go with Lemlacy. Ezra Moon, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Correct, I am icy. Nah, Lemlacy, I'm pretty sure. 8 seconds remain. All right, we are going into the raffle. What are your thoughts on discard as a win con in 1v1? I wish it was more satisfying than it is. I've tried to play it. I've played against it. I hate playing against it, and I don't even enjoy playing as it. But theoretically, it should be like, I don't know. It should be good. It should be interesting. A bunch of you just died. Okay, Bean is almost out in first, but it's Numbskulls. Bean is in the lead. Dusty Dust, I think you were a few seconds too late on that play. Same goes for Cobalt to Kobold. I'll make the timer a little bit longer on our next raffle. Because it seems like some people were still caught in the stream delay. Flabenzo is way out in front. Dr. McLawcat is dead. I forgot to mention the mortars. The mortars and how when you get to the finish line, if you're going too fast, you will die anyway. So it's Flobenzo way in the lead. Where's Duckshut? We got Duckshut and Dragig bringing up the rest of the top 3. Bean's nowhere to be seen, but Secret Bean Man has taken his place. Flobenzo's still fucking struggling it out, but they have a lot of time. Ooh. Okay. Good dodges. Moving well. Never mind, dude. Okay, Bean's pulling it back up. Never mind, the autistic Bucks fan has defeated Bean. I think I died. You probably did an effort, but never in my heart. Still Flobenzo, followed by Nox Skyfall, followed by Sigil Zero, and Nox Skyfall has almost caught up to our leader. That's a crazy PFP. Pat Cal, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. Flobenzo is almost to the finish line. Now, importantly, if they come into the finish line with too much speed, they're just going to leap into nothingness and disappear forever, and they will be banned from this channel forever. And they're afraid of that, so now they're going backwards. It's Devin Valden in the lead. Okay, creeping forward. They really just have to not get hit by a mortar. That's my fault. That's my fault. I said it. I said it. I said it a little too loud. All right, Flobenzo. Moment of truth. They make it in. They make it in. Devin Valden successfully caster cursed. Flobenzo stutter steps for the win. You are going to die, but that does count. Gimme a Sandwich is just stuck. Deeply, deeply afraid of the mortar situation. Okay, so Flobenzo, your options, as we said earlier, you can send a deck right now, and I will do my best to speed roast you. If you don't know what deck you want to do, or you don't want it right now, you can hold this roast for any time next week, or you can get an off-stream deck review. These are posted on the channel Maulhound VODs if you want to watch any of those to understand what type of thing you would be signing up for there. Those I'm normally trying to be. I would love a speed roast working on my Mardu Legends deck. Great. Elysian, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. All right, Flobenzo, thank you very much. Let's go to the external link. Shanid Legends. Okay, it's oops, all proper nouns. I use proxies and $3,000 price tag. You gotta throw a little derogatory in there. All right, we have Shanid. Life gain. Okay, that is, yep, that is the primary purpose of this card, is gaining life. You are right. Aunt fucking... How are you going to show me an 80-year-old woman and a spider demon and be like, yeah, these serve the same purpose in my deck? These are for the exact same reason. Threats. Not true. Not true. Not true. What do you mean? How we got Shieldred and life gain? 3 mana, destroy 1 land. That's my threat. Watch out. Watch out, I'm gonna blow up your Gaia's Cradle. I'm gonna blow up your Gaia's Cradle. I'm gonna gain 2 life. Okay, we have her tagged here too. Okay. I missed the Phyrexian. Okay. Attacking creatures that have double strike. This could be a threat. We have fucking Excalibur 2. You... Okay. Oh. What is our curve? Dog. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? It's the only thing above. It's what the 1/7 drop is the ramp. We have like this curve would be a little bit greedy in draft. It has to be because it's legendary. Hold on. Let me, where's this fucking card at? Yeah, here. I'm opening my third eye. And I'm figuring out how they made this deck. I'm amazed you don't have the 1 ring. Right? You don't have the 1 ring, right? Hold on. Nice sideboard. Sell fucking dinked, bro. It's oops, all legends mostly. We couldn't identify 1 synergy. Oh, God forbid. Weathered Wayfarer. Hold up real quick. Let me break my one theme. Let me break my one theme. You know your boy's got to get some land drops. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Okay, fucking. I mean, Tataru. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Got to ramp on two. My fault. My fault. My fault. You do have to ramp on two. Okay. I actually like J. Jonah Jameson quite a bit. Liliana the Fall. Oh my god, we have another fucking Soul Guide engine. What is the only life gain payoff Excalibur 2? Did you really put all these fucking life gain things in here just to maybe get the one sword big one day? Shanid drains you? Have you heard of Lifelink, brother? I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude. Did you know of all the words in Magic the Gathering, there's a thing called lifelink. There's also a thing called beating the ass of the people in front of you. You have 40 life. You have 40 life and you are casting $3,000 of Magic the Gathering cards. What if you killed a man about it? Yeah, one life that like have you ever seen a Necropotence player run life gain? It drains you, bro. We gotta be careful. We gotta be we gotta be careful, dude. I mean, I have. You're banned. Who else said it? The only life gain they need is Exsanguinate. I don't think they need Exsanguinate. I think they need just like Shieldred. I can understand because generic good card. I do feel like because we don't have any payoffs for this life gain, oh, you know what this is? This is Avengers Doomsday. It is 50 famous people stand in slightly different rooms shaking hands for 50 minutes. Because what we're not doing, I don't see how we are converting these legendaries into like having real damage. Because we're giving them menace, which makes them a little easier to swing. But we have a lot of like really fucking weak legendaries. This guy's great. I love this. We have one land though, don't love that. We're gonna have a talk. Okay. No, it's fine. Oh great. Okay. Hell yeah. 1 mana 1/2. 1 mana 1/2. Unstoppably good. Bloodstained Mire, your colors are fixed. Who cares? File of Galadriel. Here we go. Shanid. Bang land. We're at 39. Gotta be careful. 39. Gotta be real careful. Lose life, draw a card. Alice, lose life, draw a card. Next one's 2 less. We'll do Boromir. Lose life, draw a card. I do think File of Galadriel is smoking a little bit of crack in this deck because we don't have a lot of. I did not see ways to rubber band our life total, and like, when the fuck are we ever gonna have no cards in hand? Like, everything we're playing is legendary. We're drawing enough cards that you're never gonna get the Hellbent benefit here, and if we're that afraid of losing life, we should just play like. I cut all the 2-mana rocks, but really wanted ramp. Why did we cut all the 2-mana legendary? Joda is not a pinnacle to aspire to. He is a cautionary tale. We don't. Okay, hold on. So why haven't you cut Arid Mesa? So why haven't you cut Flooded Strand? I'll keep going. Why haven't you cut Abundant Countryside? Why haven't you cut Command Tower? Hold on. I'm gonna keep going. I'll find. Why haven't you cut Sundering Eruption? Hold on. I'll find more. Why haven't you cut Weathered Wayfarer? Why haven't you cut Clever Concealment? Why haven't you cut Swords to Plowshares? Huh? Explain yourself. Like, I swear to God, you have enough legendaries. You have enough legendaries, bro. You have sufficient legendaries. Like, how many do we? Tutors for legendary lands. Which ones? Do we have like actually which ones? Do you have We might be playing the PBS sound effect on your ass pretty soon here. Please tell me. Please tell me which legendary land you can tutor with Arid Mesa. Oh, the Wayfarer is the Legend Land tutor. Okay, yes, I misread. Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay. I mean, I just like, listen, I'm not gonna bullshit you. We all laughed 10 years ago. We all laughed 15 years ago. This guy shouldn't be your personality. His catchphrase is not complete enough to be your whole personality. And this deck, you have eschewed having any actual synergy in favor of like, because like doing is making all the sacrifices you have made to have everything be legendary. All you've done is go, okay, well now everything in my deck draws me a card. That does not result in anything kooky. If it resulted in anything kooky, I would be totally down for you to just text box max like this and just go like, okay, bang, 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 over and over and over again. I'm going to trigger. But the trigger is just so normal. Like the trigger is so Raisin Bran. I don't know how many bowls of Raisin Bran you can eat and still be happy. My limit is like 4, which is still a lot. So you can still have a lot. I just don't think we need to be like, oh man, what the fuck is a synergy? But hey, everything's legendary. Oh my god, I'm gonna crash out if you don't have this. For fucking shame, dog. Bro didn't even look up the legendary synergy tag. You just did type legendary and scrolled. We gotta do research. We gotta do a minute of research. So what else do we have? What else do we have that could matter? We have to have flowering of the white tree. I feel like I saw it off to the side. Tagging Ragavan Nimble Pilferer just win is... I think that might be the most arrogant thing I have seen in my life. Okay, we do have it. We do have flowering of the white tree. Dope. Did you even find we don't have we have we have a whole life gain section and we don't have the legendary specific life gain payoff. I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna shout. Angrily wet butt belch. Thank you so much for this $20 super chat in my painful time of need. Math is for blockers, research is for nerds. Love your work, Maul. Thank you so much. Okay. So hotness you should have in the deck. It looks like Final Fantasy stuff. You should have Ardbert. You should have Aerith. Do we have Heroes Podium? Because what I want us to be able to do is like we have a lot of cool legendary creatures. I want them to get active. I don't want them to have to just like I don't want them to have to just stand there and wait. Venat would be good and honest. One ring to rule them all is very good, but I understand it doesn't say legendary on it, so we're gonna freak the fuck out about it. Ratadrabic's good, but I hate Ratadrabic personally. Zero mana kobold? Absolutely not. We have that one. I mean, I feel like we gotta be on Jero and Hazaret, right? We're pulling legendaries out of the deck. We're free casting them. We're never going to give him Vigilance Haste, but I don't even think we care if we give him Vigilance Haste, because if we get to trigger him a single time, he fucks everybody, right? We could do Cadric, but I don't think our individual legendary quality is good enough. Eomer would be insane. Aya of Alexandra would be really good for blockers. I don't think it's strictly necessary. I do not stand Kaya. Ooh, Day of Destiny. That's also good. I believe in it so much more than slash reptile rampager. Good fucking god. But yeah, that's the only issue I take, is right now a lot of these legendaries don't look like they can really get that active. We're just kind of standing there and seeing what pile of triggers come out of the roulette wheel, and the triggers are just not. The triggers are two Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, push through and not Dirtle, and like, I don't know, she's leading an army. I wanted to feel like an army. I wanted to feel like an army that's kicking the shit out of you. And I think there are a lot of ways to do that that dovetail really well with what you're already doing. Because even if you want to stay on the life gain thing, this will trigger all of your Soul Warden effects. And she has Life Link. Like, the Menace is a little bit wasted, but everything else is really, really good for you. Yeah. And then I think you'll have a good time. Thank you very much for sharing. This was funny as fuck to look at. That's going to be it for today's stream. We are going to pull up the Bald Kai and find somebody to raid. What? It doesn't recognize the Bald Kai command. What happened to the Bald Kai? Is Cloudbot down or something? Hold on. Oh, I did slash Bald Kai. Thank you, Alec, man. Let's see who's live to raid. Beeps is live. We are going to raid into Beeps today. Everybody be kind. Do not, under any circumstances, rewind any videotape you have received in the last decade. We're going to be back tomorrow doing custom card reviews and a Hobbit set review with 3-3 Elk. I hope to see you all there. Thank you for your patience. And please remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that's just it for us, but I will see you tomorrow.